Welcome to Freethinkers Fireside, where we put the human and humanist one cozy chat at the time. My name is Helen, also known as Hell's Bells. So I have a little announcement to make before I bring my guests on. So I am excited to announce that I've joined the Creator Accountability Network. CAN is a nonprofit dedicated to reducing harassment and abuse through ethical education and system of restorative accountability. I joined because I care about the safety and well-being of my community members. If you feel my behavior or content has harmed someone, please report it to CAN either via the reporting form on their website, creatoraccountabilitynetwork.org, or via their hotline at 617-249-4255. They'll help make it right and avoid repeating that mistake in the future. CAN also needs volunteers from our communities to help with their work. So if you have skills you think would be helpful or time and desire to help, please visit their website and find out how you can volunteer. Most importantly, get the word out to creators who you think would be interested in getting credentialed. Help us build safer communities together. So that's it. I just had to do that little announcement. And now we're going to have Joe, also known as the Kentucky Atheist, come on. We're going to talk about stuff. Hi.
What's up?
What's up?
Talking about stuff. I'm here for it.
That's right. Kelly's here. Kelly, I met this weekend at the back cruise. And she stayed in the Airbnb because the other Kelly brought her down, and she was amazing, awesome human. So
awesome, yeah. No, that's what's been awesome this summer, right? Everybody actually getting to get together and see each other and connect with new people and all that. Doing the Ark Encounter thing, I met a lot of new people that I've made friends with now that I can't believe I didn't know before. Kind of like the same way I met you. And so that's one of the cool things about all these conventions and stuff. That's where we get to network and get together and meet each other and see what each other's really about,
Oh, definitely. Hi, AJ. I met AJ this past weekend too. Love her.
Yeah.
I love my fellow nonprofit. She's best. Hi, PC.
Hi, PC.
Hi, Tori. Welcome to the show. Hi. So, for all the people in the internet land, who are you? What do you do? Who you be, sir?
All right. So, my name's Joe. I have the channel, The Kentucky Atheist. People used to just call me like KA or The Kentucky Atheist. And then I was like, it's just easier to give him my name. So, anyway, I try to make some of the regular, what you would call atheist content, I guess. I cover a lot of different topics and stuff, but then also I like to have guests on and other creators and talk about their channels and try to help everybody, expand and meet more people, the exact same thing. So a lot about community, a little bit about, atheist stuff. I've done some debates and stuff and argue with some Christians and all that stuff, but like, for the most part, I just hang out and talk with my friends is what it is.
That's what we do. It's what we do. What we're the best at. That's why I did this show, because I wanted to be new. Like, there have been people in the community that I wanted to get to know more. Like, I got to know more people that were in like the Canadian atheist community. My internet wife's here. Hi, Nancy.
What's up, Nancy?
Did I show you that Nancy sent me her tit?
I got to see her tit in person too.
Well, I haven't had to see her tit in person. Yeah. So. Yeah. But she sent me her old titty so she can get a new titty. So
that may be the one I seen.
You probably saw the new titty. I think you did. I think you did see the new titty because I think she sent this to me before you guys went to the Ark Encounter. So
yeah, okay.
That's probably true.
So. Okay, right on. Yeah.
We should all pass each other. We should all pass titties around, guys. I'm just spreading the word.
Yeah, the only thing I regret about the whole weekend doing the Ark Encounter thing is, I didn't get to spend as much time doing things with everybody as I wanted. But I mean, hell, we could have been there for a week doing that though, because I wanted to hang out with each individual person, have a big deep conversation,
right,
and really get to talk to everybody. And there just wasn't time to do that. We didn't have the cards, so
right.
yeah, didn't do that. But yeah, that's the only thing that sucked, is not getting to sit down and talk more with everybody else. It was a lot of people going a lot of different directions. Somebody should have planned that better, I think. But
this was your first one, so now next year that you get people to help you and go, that's your job.
Yeah.
This is my job.
The whole idea
you have to project manage, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to micromanage any of it on purpose, but now I see that was the complete wrong direction. I should have micromanaged as much of it as I possibly could have, but to some extent.
I'm just telling you, as someone that has had to organize many a thing, is that you delegate. That's where I learned. One thing I learned about pagan when you're in paganism, you got to delegate. Otherwise, if you're a leader, you're gonna have to do a lot of shit. But if you can get your little community and you volunteer them, it'll go much smoother for you.
Jim Helton, who is like the guru of planning events, Jim Helton said the exact same thing. Is delegate. That's the thing you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
He suggested the exact same thing, and Jim is. I don't know how he thinks up the things he does, but it's pretty neat. He's got that marketing brain, so he knows how to do little things to get people to come to your events and things, and it's neat talking with him about
it. I'm a networker, so that's why people are like, oh my god, somebody asked me, how do you get your guests? I'm like, well, a lot of them I just built from recovering from religion, but if I like you, I'll email you or DM you. I'll be like, hey, I saw your content. Would you like to come on my show? We can hang. And you can promote your thing. That's how I go. That's how I do.
No, that's it.
And I'm adorable, so it helps.
Yeah. But it's fun to do that, isn't it? I mean, there's some bit of thrill or fun to doing that, what you did. And so I think that's all cool. I think that more people should do that. Sit down and have the conversation and let other people see it and gain from it, I don't know. I do things differently because I don't I can do the whole arguing about these silly things that we know, like when arguing with creationists, it's not like that. And I know this isn't the right way to approach it, but I think it's pretty well settled science that they're full of shit. And that they're so far off of it. It's one of those things when you don't see evidence of a thing that's being claimed. It's a different thing when you see evidence to the contrary of that claim that shows that claim can't be true. And so I don't really take it seriously, but yet I have the conversation sometimes, just to walk through to some bigger idea I'm trying to get to or whatever. But creationists are fucking silly. Oh, sorry. I don't know about is there a cussing rule? Can I use the F word?
You can use whatever fucking word you want, man.
Okay.
Just don't use bad words. Don't use slurs. You can say whatever you want, just don't use slurs, which I know you won't. So Nancy, you're mentioning that they should make black titties, which I agree. But this t-shirt is from Mahogany Mommies, which is a black progressive owned business. So I highly recommend. They have some really cool merch. And depending on what month it is, a certain amount of their proceeds will go to some progressive charity. So I highly recommend. So
cool.
They're not a sponsor. I just like their stuff. So
yeah. Yeah, no, that's
So
that's
if
how
I can push out a little more progressive support to other, businesses, small businesses, that is the goal. So.
I took an affiliate spot with this like online head shop.
Hey,
Smoke Cartel is what it's called, and
yeah.
I did that because that was something I thought was cool that I ordered stuff from that I could get people a discount on stuff that was already cheaper than anything. I can't find that stuff that cheap anywhere else. So
right.
It was a good deal, and I was trying to share that with people. Is why I did that, but it was pretty cool. I mean, like, I guess I'm still getting clicks and all that stuff, but I don't really mess with it anymore. If it's made money, it's just sitting there, I guess, but I don't think it has. Yeah. It's hard to get people to go sign up on things, like it's tough.
I mean, like, listen, I'm gonna do a small side eye. So it's not even a side eye, it's just a comment. And I'm not pressuring anybody to do anything, so don't say, like, you told me to do this. I did not. I'm just saying, like, doing the show since November, okay? And I've only gone like 5 donations to my coffee. So I'm just saying that I keep saying, like, if you want me to keep making content, I need to make $27 for my Streamlabs account. Now, I'm not pressuring anybody. You don't have to. You can get somebody else to pay for you. Awesome. So I'm not shilling, but I'm shilling. So.
No, it's always a weird position when you're doing that from, like,
right.
I think you look at this whole, I don't know, YouTube online atheist niche area. I think you look at it kind of the same way I do, and it makes it hard whenever you're like, hey, will you send a few dollars to help me do something? Like, you don't want to do it, and it puts you in a weird spot. But then again, it's like, it is kind of the thing that you do, and it's like, I mean, that's it's kind of known, like, you can do that with this community. People love to support small channels and newer channels, and like, one of the people, Dave from Captive Desk, I always send my show over to his, and we kind of help each other advertise and promote our videos and stuff to try and get new people in. And I think smaller channels, like, we can work together and build audience and stuff, and talk to more people if we work together, rather than trying to get famous.
I have one of my guests is from the Changing Winds podcast. He's going to be on, let's say, in a couple of weeks, and he grew up in a cult, and he saw my content, and he contacted me. He's like, hey, can I come on your show? I was like, yeah. And I checked out his stuff. It aligns with my values. So I was like, yeah, you definitely come on, get, like, dipping their toe into the, like, secular sphere, which, that's what I'm trying to provide.
No.
Like, I did the show for you guys. But, okay, I do it for myself. I'm a selfish altruist. Hi, Dave. So, it's one of those things that, like, it's nice in this community because we all kind of want to support each other, especially those of us that are smaller creators. And I was talking at the ACA this weekend about, like, there's a lack of diversity in the community, and if I can just diverse experiences, like the Apologetics is all there, guys. Like, you don't need, like, we got people doing that.
Yeah.
Like, we need, like, this is why I do my show, because I want to invite creators on, or people that are just, like, wherever they are on their journey, like, a place to just talk and for people to get to know them, as a person, So I think that's really.
Yeah, no, that's, and of course, like I said, I think we view a lot of this the same way, and that's kind of how I see it too. Like, I do have talks with the likes of Ken Hovind and
there you go. So everybody's talking about this right now. It seems to be a thing. They were talking about Ken Hovind or James Dobson. Praise Jeebus.
Yeah. I mean, I've done some stuff in debates and talking to people and things like that, but at the same time, that's one of the things that I always tell on the show, talk about. Hold on. That's one of the things that I talk about often on our shows is about like we have this atheist audience that's been there for a while, and sure, all the stuff where you find a nice cool place to get in, like you're talking about, to start and to look at those things, or you watch some of those channels that have debates and stuff on it, and that gets you questioning whatever it may be, but eventually, like the debates and the arguing and all that and stuff, it's not that it's bad, it's just like you want something else, though. There's something more there that you need. And I think you're seeing like a lot of creators do this to where it's spreading out into a more like, this is not by design an atheist area, but it's like we just have like a large group of atheists that kind of follow each other around and stuff. And
we're like sheep. I
didn't say it.
We're the black sheep. We're the black sheep.
Yeah. All of us are black sheep. Yes.
Yes. It's like the black swan fallacy.
Yeah. It's
we're both wearing black. We're both wearing black, man. So,
but
you're the black sheep.
But yeah, like, and I just think that while we can still sit and have those same old conversations with people whenever it's necessary or whatever, at the same time, amongst ourselves, we sit back and laugh at some of the silly things that we even have to discuss with these apologists and stuff, because apologetics has gotten to the point to where it's just like wherever the next I don't know is that I can stick my toe into, I'm going to use that to expand it into this whole philosophical argument that says that God must be real and everything, and it's beyond silly. It's one of the stupidest arguments, and this is what they've been reduced to, and it's the only line of questioning. Everything leads to that, or they're all wanting to go into a line of questioning that inevitably ends in solipsism, and then they want to argue about that, and it's apologetics has fallen apart.
Yeah, I did. I did for the past year on TikTok doing lives with people. And I've talked about all types of stuff, but it's mostly apologetics. And unless they're a jerk, because I've had some condescending misogynist buttheads talk to me, but I've also had people that wanted to have a genuine conversation. But there are times where they say something, and I'm just like, I have nothing to give you. Like, if you believe in demons, I can't meet you anywhere, man. Like, like your reality is different. But if you want to talk about, like, I've had people that were like, they believed, but they would ask like questions about like, is like maybe physics are related to God and things like that. And I would and it was never like, I would never make them feel stupid. I would just be like, let's go down the line of questioning. Because like, I don't know anything about physics, but I do know logic. So it's just a matter of like, what can you offer that person? And then if it's like, but if they tell me that like they start talking about like actual physical science or like evolution, I'm like, I am not your girl. Don't talk to me about this, because I don't have enough information. But I think that's all over the internet. Like, and I've hit the point where I'm like, I don't really care if I convert you from religion or not. Like, as long as you're kind, just be kind. Because like, there's bigger fish to fry right now. Like, I don't care. Just be a nice person. I like, be nice and think and be kind, and you want other people to thrive. Great, bare minimum, man.
No, that's I agree completely. That's the way I see it too. I think whenever you are on my show, you and I had this thing where we agreed about everything we talked about, didn't we?
We're very good at agreeing with each other. Yeah. Okay, so instead of us sitting here and agreeing with each other, okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk because I did the 3 A's, so we're gonna talk about apologetics. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I had a question. I'm high. Give me a second. So, okay. Have you heard any? Okay, actually, I'm going to do something different because we have all heard of the apologetics. What was the most ridiculous apologetic that you heard recently that made your brain break?
So recently, I've debated Kent Hovind twice. Recently, I guess this year, and I would say in my first debate with Kent Hovind, he said, "If you can't see it, it's not science." And then carried on that sentence to then talk about how his friend had seen the Loch Ness Monster, and the Loch Ness Monster exists and it's science. So that was probably the most ridiculous thing ever said to me. But yeah, I made a little short about it too on my channel.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I've got a little dancing pile of crap that has Kent Hovind's voice dubbed over it, saying the silly thing.
Man, like I don't understand why. I mean, I just kind of laughing at Seth. Like they asked Seth if he wanted to talk to him, and I was like, I think it's because Seth has such a big following in the atheist community that Kent Hovind is just looking for clicks.
Well, Seth was raised on his teachings, like on his actual videos and books. And shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I dig about it though, because he's like, no, I've had enough of this man. I'm done. But also too, it's like, I'm not going to help promote you either.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to give you a platform, you know, cause I don't want my people coming over to you because you're a piece of shit.
Well, I streamed the first time I talked to Kent Hovind was on his platform, but I streamed a copy of it to mine. The second
I did not know you talked to Kent Hovind. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh yeah, the second time
I bet he won't talk to me because he did talk to Mandisa. Mandisa wiped the floor with him. So
yeah. Oh yeah, Mandisa gave him a whooping. But the second time I talked to him was just a couple weeks ago, and I did that on the Let's Debate channel, and it was, I have to say, I think that I did very, very, very well.
Right.
I think that it was, I mean, it's Kent Hovind, so it's not like it's really that big of a brag, but I just feel like that I had him repeating himself and mumbling and off script, and just he didn't know what to say several times.
Right, and that's the difference. Is that when they're trying to follow a script, it's like, no, we're having a conversation, we're having a debate. You can't rely on your script right now. you know. And then once you start asking them basic logic questions, it's just kind of a house of cards, you know.
Yeah. The Let's Debate channel, their channel is really small, and they've only done a couple of debates over there or whatever. And this video, the me debating Kent Hovind ended up being has the most views on their channel ever now, and it went good. I thought, I had a good time doing it. Kent stood, because the first time I was really nice to Kent because I thought he was coming to the protest, and I was trying to get him to work with me to keep him out of the way, and I was trying to be a good organizer, and but then he stood us up and didn't show up, which I don't care. I didn't think he was going to anyway most of the time. But so then whenever I debated him the second time, I was a little rougher with him. I was I knew how to attack him. I know how Kent Hovind's mind works now, kind of.
See, this is the thing for me, because I didn't grow up in fundy religion. I was a Catholic, and I told you that when I was on your channel about how I always think science was a thing, and so to someone like Ken Hovind, and I don't think he really believes it. I think it's a fucking grift because he's a piece of shit of human being and an abuser. And I'm gonna say it. He abused his wife. He was a criminal. He went to jail, y'all. He's a piece of shit. Anyway, that being said, I just don't get like I just don't understand why anyone would take him seriously.
Well, that's the only reason that I did it is because so many people do take him seriously, right? A whole lot of people take him seriously, and a whole lot of people of our generation are even indoctrinated into the his exact program and stuff. Watched his videos and things growing up. There's lots of people that even locals where I live, they know who Dr. Kent Hovind is. They he's got a lot of followers, and that's why I even mess with doing it. Like, just because if he's poking around trying to argue with somebody about it, and the thing he wanted to argue with me was so stupid anyway, about the origin of the universe, and it wasn't an evolution debate, right? First of all, so he was thrown off a little bit there, I guess. And then,
like, why would he pick that topic? He doesn't know anything about astrophysics.
He doesn't know a fucking
I don't
thing
know what you're doing, man.
I know very little, but I know more than Ken Hovind, and that was.
I know that I know more than Ken Hovind. I know that. I know that I know more, and I know that I know people that know more.
Yeah. I know more than Kent. So but it's it's a funny.
I just had the best idea. Sorry, my there was a science educator. There was an episode of RFR X, and he is an astrophysicist. And I saw his video he did on Big Think, and I just DM'd him and asked him if he would want to come on, and he ended up doing it. And I would love. He's a PhD doctorate in particle physics versus Ken.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would eat my firstborn grandchild to see that. No, I would not do that, but it'd be great. So,
when you sit down and talk with someone who is an expert in a field, right? When you sit down and have a conversation with them within that field, it's a different kind of conversation, right? It's like you know that you're talking to someone who knows what the hell they're talking about. To some extent, I'm not saying trust every word they say, but like, this person, you trust their education somewhat. So, I mean, I love talking to experts in any field about anything. Deviant Outcast is an Egyptologist, and she hangs around a lot of my streams and is a good friend of the channel, and see her everywhere. I'm surprised she's not here, but she's into all that too. So but I forgot what I was going to say.
That's okay. You know what? It's the way it goes, man.
I'm stoned. I'm stoned. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, me and Joe are going to hang out. We're going to be stoned, guys. I'm sorry. Not sorry. So,
there's
I'm trying to find the sign I blinked on his name. So I'm trying to find it now because, like, I don't want to mention somebody and not get them a shout out because that would be a terrible human being.
Yeah.
So just give me a minute. So we'll see how this goes.
I've got. What is it now? Are you doing something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. One of the things that I dislike, like atheist arguments or I don't know, rebuttals that atheists give, is that whenever they talk to creationists, they'll say, well, most Christians don't believe that. Even your own religion doesn't support that or whatever.
Right.
Which is true, and I have no problem with that. But like, it's barely true. Okay.
Right.
Like 40% of adults in the United States believe, or it's 37%. Of adults in the United States believe in like some kind of creation / young Earth creation. So it's not that far apart. And So while it's a fact, I think it's kind of misleading because it's not that big a gap. That's one of the arguments that atheists make that I don't like, even though it's
So the
completely valid.
name of the scientist is Ethan Siegel. So he did talk for RFRX episode, talking the doobly doo in the chat, but it's I highly recommend. But like, sorry, yeah, it is. I don't know. Like, I also I have a problem also with atheists inserting that they know that there's no God. It's kind of an impossible no. Like,
Right.
like you can say I have a very strong. I have a lot of evidence that shows God does not exist, but it's something I could not ultimately, like, but it's something we cannot know.
Well,
So
it can't even be
like
defined.
I don't know, like I have like that's kind of my thing. I'm like, because you can't really know, no. Like,
Well,
I know that I'm holding a vape pen right now. This I know.
like you can't really define what a God is, because everybody's got everybody's got a different definition of what exactly God is and what role he plays in things. And not just everybody, like different religions, but even within like the same church, everybody defines God differently because it's
Right.
based on how they weigh out their moral compass, and so they prioritize things differently, and therefore they give God more power in that area or less. It's you can like watch it happen. But
So
yeah.
Question. So when you were a believer, what did you believe that God was?
Oh, I believed that God was, I guess if what I pictured God as in my head was probably something similar to a Zeus character or
Right?
something. And
You pictured a daddy.
yeah. But God was all the things that the Bible said, except for it wasn't really what the Bible said. It's what the preacher told us, the parts of the Bible they told
Right.
us. So I was, raised with the young Earth creationist thing that the Earth was 6,000 years old. Like
So
I
weird.
think I think growing up, every year of Sunday school, they had at least 1 or 2 days dedicated to saying the Earth was 6,000 years old, like doing the genealogy through the Bible thing. And yeah, so I've seen a lot of, but it wasn't done to argue. There was never a thing of like science is lying to you or evolution is false.
Right.
They didn't say that, but they did.
Hey, Robin.
It was implied. And
Yeah.
so at a young age, like whenever I asked how did they fit all the animals on the boat when I was like 5 or 6 years old in Sunday school, the Sunday school teacher told me if I wanted to ask questions, I could burn in hell. And, so that was kind of the attitude about it, is you didn't ask questions. It was kind of militant in that way. But, maybe you don't know.
I have no idea. Like, listen, like Catholics, I have my own issues and traumas with the Catholic Church. This was not one. So it was more the sex abuse.
Yeah.
And finding out all the weird sort of history in the Catholic Church, and I'm like, this place is fucked.
Oh yeah.
So, tomato. So, I mean, sex abuse is everywhere. Like, that's just not like, pick a religion, there's sex abuse.
Yeah, except for the ones that claim no religion. There's none there.
No, it's there too. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It happens because people be people, and some people are assholes. So,
in the there was a DOJ statistic that's a few years old now I've got it saved somewhere. It was
Yeah.
R and Raw used it in a couple of videos too, that said that like 99% of those offenders in the United States were evangelical Christians.
Strange.
Yeah, and it was kind of the same with serial guys too. So there's
It's
that.
also too like if you have, well, there's this thing though. There's a website called there's a Reddit called Pastor Watch, and it's all like article after article after article after article of discussing human beings doing disgusting things to people that didn't ask them to do that. It's not the greatest. And I'm very sad, but also not surprised. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I've seen the man behind the curtain. I don't know. But I don't understand when you have communities that are like, hey, your pastor, say to somebody, her child is a domestic abuser, whatever, and they don't, like, their moral compass is off because that was what I left the Catholic Church. I was like, you're abusing children. I'm done. I'm completely done. And I don't know where that moral code that is that you would leave, because like once they leave, they lose their power.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
So I just don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right. It's it is it's like one of these cultural things that's, and unfortunately in a lot of places that's the end of the conversation is
Right.
This is, that stuff happens there, or whatever, and but the reality of it is there are victims. So
Yep.
Religious trauma has to be some of the ugliest stories that I've heard, and I'm not against the idea of believing in a God or whatever makes you happy.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
An idea doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah. And I don't, people arbitrarily believe all kinds of stuff, black cats
Right.
walking in front of you and broken mirrors and whatever. People believe a lot of silly things. And so, I just, I don't have a problem with the people that believe it. It's some of the things that they do with it, like right now it's becoming weaponized. Well, it's been weaponized, but it's taking a big step in its weaponization.
Now it's law.
Yeah. And that's bad. But what do you?
Yeah, and it's very bad. And like I feel like for a lot of us, like the house is on fire, but we're rearranging the furniture.
Yeah.
And like that's why, like, when I hear like there's atheist beef going on, or people like getting to the point where they're criticizing Christianity so much, or Islam, or Buddhism, or paganism, or I don't care, well, like, pick a belief, that those people don't want to align with us because the only idea they have of an atheist is like an asshole, that's telling people, it's the atheists, we're making people feel dumb. But it's like, but if those of us that have been through it, and we haven't developed a sense of empathy, we're like, no, you were just led down the wrong road. And we want to help you because it's better over here. We're all working together. You don't have to be a bigot. You don't have to believe in the supernatural. You can just be. You can have all the sex you want. As long as everybody's consensual, you can just be, and we find support with one another and just be. And I just, like, I'm like, dude, like, calm down. Like, don't pay attention to a God that thinks that if you touch your genitals, it's a bad time. You're a bad girl or boy, or those that like betwixt. One or the other, you're very bad. So,
I lost you at have all the sex we want.
oh, sorry. I mean, like, that's important, guys.
But
if I have to do anything while my time here on this stupid blue ball is to tell you all have as much sex as you want.
we'll see.
Or as little as you want.
So like I was raised in like the Southern Baptist format, I guess. And so stuff like that. I mean, the whole core of the belief itself was that anything that was promising you something better was evil. And
you're getting life exactly as you deserve.
Yeah, everything's a temptation, right? So you can't ever, leave. You can never ever leave. There's never going to be anything better. That's kind of their whole motto.
Thank you for validation, guys, by the way. Like, everybody should have all the sex or as little sex as they want. I love you guys. Thank you for the validation. So
I think Hotel California was about something else, but
I still think it was about. I think it's about
the words
heroin.
kind of remind me of it,
Okay, so it's time to wake up. I'm actually gonna answer this question from a certain perspective. It does not matter if the person is good. Did the act actually help another? Doesn't really matter the motivation. Was the motivation done that was beneficial?
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Because I don't really care what your motivation is. It's like, if you save starving children and it's so you can get clout, fine.
It's the best ending.
Yeah, it's the best ending.
Yeah.
So there you go.
the best ending.
Like, we can judge acts good separate from people. That's why we can like look at somebody as like the whole picture of a person.
Yeah. Yeah. No. In recognizing people's individuality is just as important as recognizing their groups they coexist with. Just as important. It's about San Quentin Penitentiary, Joe. I don't know. I've never been to San Quentin. I've only been to most of them in Kentucky. San Quentin's in California. Okay. I've never seen the ocean either. So no. Hotel California. Yeah.
Is it about person? I really thought it was about drugs.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't ask Don Henley.
I watched a documentary. I watched a whole documentary on what that song is about, but I don't remember any of it now. Not one word.
It's art. It's whatever you put into it. Like, I think it's about drugs, but it might be something completely different.
Yeah.
So, but like, to me, like, whenever I hear it, I'm like, this sounds like drug addiction. So, but again, don't know.
I got hit in the head a lot growing up, so I don't remember things well.
I have this wandering. I have the ADHD demon and a wandering womb, so this is what you get. So
they misdiagnosed me as ADHD when I was a kid, and and medicated me for it with Ritalin, and
that's not great.
Yeah, so my childhood was wild. I spent.
If you don't have ADHD, it's not gonna work well.
When I was supposed to be in bed sleeping, I would stand in front of one of the windows and stare outside at the road all night, and not sleep at all because they had me all hopped up.
That's the beginning of a horror movie.
Fago.
Kid just standing in the window, can't sleep, staring at the road. Horror movie.
That's the kind of vibe it was. It was an old like 3-story house too, so it was spooky looking.
Again, a horror movie.
Yeah.
Before I came on, do you watch horror movies, my friend Joe?
Who, me or somebody else?
Yeah, do you watch horror movies?
Hell yeah, I love horror movies. My
Okay,
favorite thing.
so before I signed on, I was watching the YouTubes, and the new trailer for the new Halloween game is out. I don't know how I feel about it. John Carpenter is a producer, but still don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
Because the movie franchise ended. So I want to get your, I watched the trailer. Like I am presenting this out of context if you have not seen the trailer. But those of you that love horror, you should go watch the trailer and come back and tell. It's only like a minute. Go watch the trailer, come back, and tell me what you think.
I think horror went the way like it's similar to the video game crash that happened back in the early 80s, right? So because of how silly and awful the games got, people quit consuming them. And video games, the price dropped out, and video games almost disappeared and weren't a thing. The video game crash, though, was a significant thing in video game history. But it's very similar to this, right? Because
I'm following. I got you, man. No, you're good. You're good. I got you.
You get what I'm
saying.
Video
game crash. Are you talking about like the movie industry when it comes to horror versus?
Yeah, horror movies have done that. It got so silly that it went so silly that it like phased itself out. Like we got into the Freddy versus Jason and
that was like the late 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, but like, that's when it started getting just completely
getting
silly.
Cheesy. Yeah, like there have I mean like like a lot of the horror now, both for gaming studios and movies tend to be independent, like smaller studio horror. Yeah. Like I watched this wonderful horror movie that I said that is called You Are Not Alone. Yeah. You Won't Be Alone. You Won't Be Alone. Did you see it?
I don't. You Won't Be Alone doesn't sound. You Are Not Alone sounded like something I've seen.
I think it's You Won't Be Alone. So it's basically it's about this witch that can shapeshift into any body it inhabits, from like a dog to a human being to a deer, and it's I forget where it's set, but it's a foreign film, set in the it talks a lot about existentialism and gender and what roles we play, and it's beautifully shot. It's a horror movie because it's body horror in it, but like I cried so much. And like little independent, like little small films like that, which don't get enough recognition, tends to be where I tend to like my horror. Or I also like a lot of folk horror. But there's some movies that like mainstream horror, it's rare that I'm really satisfied. Except for like I did like Nosferatu because Robert Eggers is a fucking awesome director. And he's cute little button, and he's from my home state. So
oh, neat. Yeah, I don't know. I've been when I was a kid, like Nightmare on Elm Street was my favorite movie. The first one. I've been a fan of horror movies all my life though, and it seems like horror movies kind of fizzled out. They either went to like they were this complete satire, goofy thing. B movies are some of my favorite ones though, and like the Slaughterhouse movies. Those are awesome. Like that's well made stuff. But it kind of went to like it's either movies like The Conjuring or it's movies done from a real life point of view, and the real life point of view movies kind of took over time, and so now the horror industry is just kind of like filling around for what to do, and hopefully some good stuff comes out because I love horror movies.
Yeah, I do recommend it. It's on Amazon, so I really do recommend that movie. It needs more support. It's beautifully shot, so good. So I really, but I am playing the new Silent Hill 2 game. Which is also, and I'm also playing. I also downloaded Alone in the Dark, And I also downloaded and made a skier, which I really like because it does like look crafty and horror, and it's really cool. It's really cool, and it's so pretty too. So that was a free download.
Make that worth it.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Creepy as fuck. It's so good.
Yeah, it's done in a weird way that gives you a weird vibe. But yeah, I agree. I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom on Switch as well.
Were you playing Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
It's
I tried with the first game and with the cutscenes. I was like, I'm not playing this fucking franchise again.
Oh yeah. Well, Tears of the Kingdom has a lot more of them. I've been playing. I don't think it's as good as Breath of the Wild, honestly. But I haven't beat the game yet. I'm kind of just going around and doing everything. I haven't even went and looked at what the final fight is yet. I have no clue what it is. But I look forward to kicking its ass soon. Yeah, I love to play.
I do. That's my downtime. The favorite thing to do is play video games. Oh, so yes, Nancy, I do believe you can handle being a mod. I believe in you. I hear my internet wife, so it only makes sense that you make me a mod. That I make you a mod. See how that is? I didn't even ask you. I just said I give you this responsibility.
I think that's law or something.
Isn't that spouse shit?
Yeah. You guys need to get a lawyer.
So, but like, I don't know how we got to horror movies from Apologetics, but here we are.
They're the same thing. That's what Apologetics is. There's this horror movie ending for you if you don't, believe the crazy shit I'm telling you, and that's what they depend on more than anything. I think they know a lot of their arguments are shit, but they depend on the. They believe hell's real though, so
Well, it was really funny because I saw The Village back when I was in my 20s, and then Glinda from RFR, and then put in this whole like context of people that like grow up in a cult, and they don't know what's going on in the real world, and once you see through that lens, you're like, that makes sense. So it takes on a different context as you get older, because it's a good psychological horror if you if you grow up in like a belief system that's like bad for you or whatever, like I thought. So like things can be recontextualized, but like I'm picky about my horror because like supernatural horror doesn't really scare me.
So
it has to be like woven. Though I am watching White, which is the prequel to Salem's Lot with Adrian Brody. It's an amazing show. I highly recommend. It's in the 1800s.
I think it's strange that apologists. Well, like the other day, I had a guy that considers himself an apologist. Just started a new channel. I think it's called No Limit Ministry or something. Reverend Brandon Hendricks was his name. And I had him on, and I had told him before, like, hey, you don't have to come and make a bunch of arguments. Let's just talk about what you believe and why. And I'll explain to you why I don't agree with some of the things you believe, and we can talk about those as we come up on them. Like, let's just have an open conversation about it. Right. And so we did that, and the very first thing he did was like ramble off like 4 creationist arguments in a row. He started with the watchmaker argument, and
you're sinking, man.
Oh! You're sinking. Are we losing me here?
There you go. There you go. That looks better. Yeah. You're just like down here.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's fine. No, keep going. I want to hear about. Okay, you're talking to this dude.
But yeah, I mean, he rattled off like some fine tuning stuff and contingency things, and just all things that have been like repeatedly debunked to the extent it's laughable to suggest, right? But yet, it's still a thing that people go around suggesting that and getting people to believe them. Just blatantly in spite of what the science and stuff says about it. And so it's, I think it's crazy that that's just where apologetics is now, that they really just have nothing, and just like some of them spew Frank Turek talking points, and some of them do the Kent Hovind thing.
They can't even do it. Like, it's a problem because like William Lane Craig, terrible human being. Like, do I think he's wrong? Absolutely, but at least he knows his shit.
Yeah.
So he would run me into the ground, because a lot of the stuff that he knows, I don't. So I wouldn't debate him. I wouldn't have. I'd be like, listen, I'm coming from psychology and philosophy. I don't know biblical history. I don't know, not very much. So I wouldn't get into a conversation with him unless we agree, like, this is the parameters we have to stay in. Because if you go venturing over here, I can't follow.
Yeah. Well, honestly, not to be mean to Kent or whatever, or to be mean to him. It don't matter.
Be mean to him. Be mean to Kent Hovind, everybody. Be mean to Kent Hovind. Don't harass him. But if he says something stupid, then you can be mean.
I think an open-minded child could listen to what Kent Hovind has to say and probably laugh in his face about the things that he said.
Right.
Like, it's very basically wrong. All you have to do is just, Kent Hovind is common sense, literally. It's just like, no, that doesn't make sense. Why are you suggesting this other thing? It's kind of
amazing.
I mean, Kent and his people are really nice and stuff before the show starts, and you joke around with Kent, and he always tells a couple dad jokes and stuff. Kent, super nice guy, charismatic guy, obviously. And then whenever we get to having the conversation, though, it's kind of like a show started, like it seems fake. It feels fake in the moment. And
that's how you know.
Yeah. And that's why that's kind of how I confronted him.
And
like,
the thing is, though, like, those of us that have been bullshitted, like, we can smell bullshitter. So I can tell when you're not really engaging with me as a person, like there's no warmth there. You're trying to throw me off my game by pretending to be a nice person.
You're just indoctrinating.
Yeah. But then I'm like, no, I know your tactics, man. Like, people have been selling me bullshit for so long. I got a whole pile in my backyard.
No. That's right. It's I was looking at the chat, but it's sometimes you have to wonder, like, because of course everybody knows there's a grift and stuff with Kent Hovind and everything, but like some of these others that go around peddling Kent Hovind's arguments and stuff, sitting around with 2 or 3 viewers or whatever, like just repeating the same silly stuff. I think it's them that are running people away from their particular branch of Christianity. I think they're the reason that it's shrinking, because it's so easy for people to fact check the claims that they make now. And then I think also too,
when the world is shifting, I think even within religious believers, like, they can kind of see, like, unless you're like you're on, the house is burning side, and we're not going to put it out, because it's a waste of water or whatever, because it's a waste of resources, because we have to save money, whatever that is. Cool. Fucking gross. Anyway, if you're on that side, everybody else that has like some sort of moral code and realizes that, like, you might think differently than I do, but I want you to survive. They're also not going to go these motherfuckers either, because they're like, you're rearranging the furniture, the house is on fire. I don't think this is what Jesus wanted, even in their own minds. Are there, if that's their justification, this is the thing about, like, doesn't matter what the motivations are for somebody doing good, is that they're doing good. If it's coming from the past, like, this is not how Jesus would behave, then fine. If you're protecting trans kids and you believe that, fine, you're on my side.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
I agree. There's and it's weird that I don't
But
know.
I'm also going to say, like, we believe it's like if they start saying like the Earth is 6,000 years old, I'd be like, we're going to have a different conversation about this later, but not the best.
Yeah. Are we gonna do flat Earth while you're at it?
Right? Like listen,
yeah,
like
they're
hey,
right
let's
there.
say the trans kids first, then we'll talk about why you think the Earth is flat.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's unreal to see
I am.
people support like your neighbors even like support somebody who's actively against those things and causing
Right.
death and destruction to those things, and it 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 makes you take a different look at people, like and also like where I live in an area that's deeply religious and stuff. I get to take a look at that too. So to see how those people deal with it. I watched some videos about Trump supporters that live way out in the woods and stuff. It's interesting stuff about why they feel the way they do and stuff. I mean, it's completely wrong. It
Right.
is, and I don't feel sorry for them. I think one of them in particular in the video that I watched today was not a very good person, but
There you go.
that doesn't mean he was wrong. Uh, so, but yeah, interesting stuff. I have to say to see
Right.
people support, just attacking their fellow Americans and
Right. I'm just exhausted.
yeah,
Like I will attack you if you're a piece of shit. Like,
yeah,
because I can't, like, you're not, I can't reason with you,
yeah,
like fine, I always, but like, I also know that like people on the right don't want to work with us. They want nothing to do with us. Like you as a former addict, atheist, organizer, progressive person, and
yeah,
me as a queer woman,
yeah.
they want nothing to do with us. We are the
Yeah.
we are affected with demons essentially. Because I'm
We're,
over here going, hey, can we treat human beings like human beings? Can we do that? Great,
yeah.
let's do that.
We should be working to do something for them in some way, to serve them, and this doesn't do that, so they don't like it.
No, and that's the thing. And you just get, after a while, it just gets exhausting because I'm like, I don't want to, dude. I don't care
Yeah.
if you believe in Bob the Wonder Toast. Like, can you please just like make sure that like women aren't dying in parking lots? Can we go do that, please? I'm exhausted. Like,
Yeah. Just
but
every day's current events can beat you up pretty bad these days. Just how awful things are going in a number
we are
of areas. We're all the other people. Yeah.
yeah, we're all the other people. Like, we are the other people. We're just like, we don't fit. Like, why do you think we're over here in Misfit Land? We are on the island of misfit toys over here. Like, that's where we live.
I just think I think it's wild that more Americans don't see through the lie, like because here's the reality of the situation. All that stuff that we're talking about is true, but meanwhile the politicians are going out and say everything's great, nothing's going wrong, everything's perfect, going as planned, everybody's happy and making more money and working more and doing all these things. They're out, just praising the job that was done, even if nothing occurred. They're just
Right.
So it's it's frustrating.
It is. It is frustrating. I don't know. I think it's that. I don't know. Like, I don't understand borders. I don't like okay, this person has a different skin tone. Like, they look different than me, but it's still a person. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like, why should I be mad at the people that have different skin tones or bump genitals together, which I do? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Well, people being black doesn't invoke any kind of emotional response from me.
Right.
Like I don't. I see that they're black people and recognize it, and there's a lot of nuance to things we could get into about that, but like overall it's just like I don't have any emotional attachment to seeing a black person walking around, and some people do,
which is weird.
Yeah, it is weird, and I think it's just as weird that they care about people's genitals. Like it's the same thing. Like what the fuck are you doing with your time that this is the thing that bothers you and gets you so worked up to like go and do violence and want bad things to happen to these groups of marginalized people who are already having harder lives than you can imagine. So like it's cruel and an unusual punishment. It's some might say it's tyranny.
Well, like if you're concerned, like because it's the kind of thing that I kind of think about it. Like, okay, like I'm already a woman, and men feel, awful men feel they're entitled to my body because I happen to be female. Okay, but the thing is though, is that when you're trans, you're fucking with them. Because what if you're a trap and you might have a penis? I can't have that.
Right.
How can you be a woman unless I can penetrate the vagina? Like, obviously. But then if you're like, you did bottom surgery, that fucks with them even more. Because then they have to go to like chromosomes and shit, and hormone levels and all this type of stuff, and I'm like, listen, y'all, like what you like. Nobody's going to shame you. Calm down.
Yeah.
Because like any self-respecting human being is not going to trick another human being. Like if someone tricks you and they don't tell you the truth, they're an asshole, no matter who they are.
Right.
Like I would be mad too. I would like, hey, you told me this. This showed up differently. And I would have liked to have a conversation before this thing happened, before you revealed this to me, and I did not consent.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference in somebody telling you something that is wrong and somebody that tries to hide the fact that it's wrong on top of it, right? So you have that extra bit of devious behavior where they're trying to add motives and things and prioritize those actually ahead of everything else. I mean, it's
I don't know. I guess it's hard. It's hard to like, because like in any normal relationship, or even if you're just gonna bang, you're gonna have a conversation back and forth about like what's okay, what's not okay, unless you're like, unless weird things happen. That's but like it should be the same if you're gonna sleep, like regardless of gender, who you're gonna sleep with.
Yeah.
But the wrong is the fact that like, hey, I like. If I'm willing, if someone's willing to sleep with you, you know what I'm saying, and you presented, like I just want to know what I'm working with. Like I'm queer. I don't care what genitals you have, but I think for some people, like they just have to know what they're dealing with, and it's a spectrum. But do I think there's anything wrong with it? No, but I think it's just a matter of like what each person is comfortable. Everything is like informed, enthusiastic consent. And if someone views it wrong, that like, hey, I can't sleep with a man that happens to have a vagina, like, because it fucks with your like worldview. And I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, honey, girl. Like, if you're attracted to genitals, I think that's a little weird. But at the same time, but because like,
Well,
like I'm me and Brie are starting a relationship, and like she's a trans woman, and I don't really care that about her genitals. I love her as a person.
For sure. Yeah, that's the, again, it's that same thing. It's like that's the weird line that they've drawn, and it's like, why? That's because that's the line where I would say I don't care. Like I don't care what anybody's doing, you know, like as long as they're consensual and not harming each other, like then, you know, whatever. Like I don't care what people do with their genitals. I never have. It's never been of interest to me in any way. And I guess that's
unless
just
you're going to use those genitals. I don't like if you're sharing your genitals with me, then I
well,
want to.
right? No,
Like,
and
but that's a conversation.
yeah, like you know, I'm an adult.
I know
People
what
are
you're saying.
adults, so you have that conversation. You know, like you know, are we going to have a safe word here? You know, like
Right.
you,
Like
you figure those
I've seen
things
some
out.
impressive man,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? Am I gonna take it over my shoulder and burp it? Like still too much. That's a conversation you need to have. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that has to take place. That's part of the behind the scenes part.
Right. It's part of the conversations you had to have.
Yeah.
But as far as like thinking about anybody's genitals at the course of my day, no.
Yeah. No.
Even when I'm sexually attracted to somebody, I'm not thinking about their genitals. I'm usually thinking about like, you know, what it was be cool if our genitals rubbed together. But I'm not actually thinking about their genitals. I'm thinking about the whole experience.
Yeah. You know, I don't.
It's a party in here.
Yeah, I don't think at that level, like I don't know why that matters to anything else. I don't know how that's relevant to any other question about that person, and I think we've seen that, like we've observed that in sociology and stuff. That yeah, there's not. It's just people, and yeah, but. it's those communities were an easy target for scapegoating for you know the Christian right, because they're the Christian right. And
we'll do a counter.
Yeah. If we could get somebody to add a ding.
On the Transatlantic show, I gave a super chat, and I even put like hashtag team all the generals. So
nice.
So you're welcome.
So. Cool. Yeah. See, you go. It's fun to go and just have fun and do things like that. With your friends in the community on here.
That's like I could joke about genitals. Like nobody's clutching their pearl, you know. If, you know, we start, you know, making irrelevant sex jokes. Like everybody's fine. Nobody's like freaking their shit out. You know, where like, you know, in other circumstances, I am not being a lady.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's something else.
It's a nice refreshing change from religion, where if you talk about, you know, your genitals, start counting me as like, you know, people get weird, you know, like I'm not telling you graphic stuff about my genitals, but I am going through perimenopause right now, and it's a trip. It's like going through puberty in reverse. So I can't say that.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm constantly horny and my back hurts and I'm super moody. It's all the things.
Right. The you know, I mean, I don't try to, or what'll happen on my channel a lot of times is I don't guide the conversation.
I'm on 30.
You're on 30, haha. Yeah.
No, go ahead, keep going.
You know, so we have a lot of conversations that go everywhere, and a lot of the best conversations that I think we've had weren't about religion at all, or were very lightly, like, one of the implications of religion or something. But I enjoy having conversations that aren't just about religion all the time. I'm not.
Oh, give my love to Mrs. Dusk and tell her that I am sorry. I know that feeling. So, oh, and also Cynthia's going through the same thing. So we're all in this mess of weird hormone, middle-aged woman pool. But at least I have a community. I feel better.
Did I come to the nursing home to talk tonight? Is that
yes,
what
you
happened?
did. Yes, you did. But I'm a sexy old lady. So
I'm just joking. That was me.
I was gonna make a joke there, and I'm not going to because I'm an adult.
I think I'm probably older than you. So, but
I doubt it.
I just turned 43.
I am 48.
Oh, well, damn.
Yep.
Wrong again.
Stay out of the sun because I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
Don't go in the sun, guys. Take care of your skin.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Yeah, don't do drugs.
As I smoke. As I'm vaping. Don't do drugs, guys.
I think of doing drugs kind of like the movie Hangover, right? It seems like there was a point where I started doing drugs, and then I just woke up one day and seen the fucking disaster that doing drugs had done everywhere. And, I'm still walking through that world.
And how the DARE program was a complete fail. Complete fail. So it was like, oh, that's what that drug does? And then you're like, I want to do drugs.
Yeah.
I wonder if some reverse psychology shit to get people into the prison system. Oh, what? Conspiracy. Okay, it has been shown with the DARE program, right? That actually, like, statistically wise, people started doing, like, it got people interested in drugs. Okay? Because it just said, this is what this drug does, say no to it. But it's not, it didn't go into the science, like what it's going to do to your brain, why you should wait, there was none of the science. It was just like yes or no. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have a corporation of prison systems. And I can't but wonder, and I'm not saying this is just Helen High conspiracy brain. Like, it's nothing I'm saying is fact. I'm just saying that now that we have an industrialized prison complex and a bunch of people that were doing drugs and started going to drugs for minor crime, like reverse psychology, it might be, I don't know, but like it could be part of the stew. Just saying. Because there was no presentation of the actual science of like why you shouldn't do the drugs. Just know you shouldn't do the drugs. Just saying. I'm not saying it's true, but if it's a thought experiment. I'm doing a thought experiment.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. You're just shifting. I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one to discuss, I guess, because I don't
know, because like the way things are going, like I'm just kind of like, because like the whole thing with like, in Los Angeles with the gangs and putting crack into those communities and blaming and putting more of a charge on people of color versus like upper white people that are doing cocaine versus like black communities doing crack, and then it was like the new form of slavery. So I'm just saying some shit went down.
No, I don't disagree with that. I think that drugs are going to sell wherever you decide to sell drugs at. Somebody's going to buy them. If you want,
I love you, wife. Sorry, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're talking about a very serious topic, not the fact that Nancy's going to 69 tonight. Anyway, go ahead.
If you want to, any person could do this. If you want to take the risk to go and sell drugs and do drugs, then then whatever. But like, should you do it or whatever? I mean, no, it's there's
Probably not
not
the best idea.
there's not good outcomes. I don't, like people still. I don't frown on people doing drugs. I think a lot of people do drugs and drink and do all kinds of things, and while they may have addictions and stuff, I think there's different levels of how people are addicted and what they're addicted to, and I think there's nuance there that matters. And drug addiction will fuck up your life. That's about the only way that goes.
Right.
Like there's and I mean, you can sit and tell people that over and over, and maybe you should sit and tell people that over and over. Maybe that's what needs to happen. But whenever they put the drugs in all of these communities, especially the minorities, marginalized, the poor communities,
Right.
whenever they put the drugs there, and they is various who's, the unknown who, we'll call it. I'm not going to suggest that it's anyone, but the drugs came, right? The drugs ended up there.
Drugs did a thing.
Yeah. So, so I'm suggesting that
and we've been doing drugs since we've been people.
Well, I'm saying the drugs were there, so somebody intended them.
Oh yeah, somebody intended for the drugs to be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the drugs are going to sell. People did the drugs, and like where I live.
Keep talking as a P.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking. All right.
I will.
I'm listening to you. I have AirPods, but I have to pee, and I want to get. I actually want to get a little more tequila, so I'm going to do that too.
Where I live, the cause of death due to overdose went up 600% in a single year. I mean, like I said, if you put drugs in these communities, people are going to buy them. They're going to sell. That's just the reality of it. And nobody really said anything until it started hitting some of the middle class communities and stuff up in New England and things. I mean, there were people fighting for it and things, but until it started messing up some of the larger families and stuff, and then the lawsuits with Oxycontin and all that happened and everything. But like drug addiction just like killed a large chunk of people, similar to other things that do that. But yeah, crazy thing to do. Don't do drugs. They're bad. During COVID, yeah, right. But there you are. I didn't hear you. I still don't hear you. Nope.
I forgot to turn my microphone back on. Hello.
Now I hear you. Yeah.
Now my bladder is empty.
Yes.
So praise Jesus. So James Dobson died today. Can we applaud? I feel no shame for that. Zero.
No.
I didn't wish him dead, but he is. So
I did a whole celebratory video whenever Pat Robertson died. So.
That was also sweet.
Yeah. I think it was like titled "Burning in Hell," Pat Robertson, something like that. But
I know. Hey, John, listen. If you're gonna scold me, do it properly. Anyway, because like I was so happy. I was just like, oh my god, like a terrible person isn't anymore. So yay. And I don't. Oh yeah, he died. He was old. He was an old man, and he died. I think yesterday. Was it yesterday he died?
I don't know. He died.
Last couple of days.
Yeah.
I don't know. The internet. Listen. I got a meme, and I did a fact check.
As of today, he's no longer living. As of right now,
he's no longer living. So we can all just like, we like, saying, the witch is dead. So
he went on to lick gold roads or whatever the hell it is they do.
So many appropriate jokes.
That wasn't
I don't know
so
what you
bad.
mean.
I could have said worse. But
I appreciate my audience that they know me well enough at this point.
Yeah.
I feel seen, guys, so much right now. I feel seen.
This has been a blast.
I'm sorry. Like, guys, this is what happens when you get two ADHD people high and I do a stream. This is what happens. I do apologize. I went all over the place. But I appreciate you guys sticking around.
If you go over to my channel and subscribe, I'll make an apology video.
Yeah, go subscribe and do likes and shit. We'll do a thing.
Oh man.
Like, subscribe, do all the things. So we make sure that we're like, you know, all connected and I'm hanging more. So
I knew that whenever you asked me about, like, you know, what topic will you talk about or whatever, I knew whenever that came up, I was like, you and I, we're gonna have fun talking no matter what.
That's well, okay. Here's the thing though, like I don't, we don't have to stay on topic. Like, right. So if we pick a topic, some people, we talk about the topic the whole time. Other times I mean, it depends on how neurospicy you are. If you're neurospicy, then it can go all types of places. So, by the SR Ellie was on for his third time, like a few weeks ago. The last time I was just like, we're just going to talk about whatever the fuck we're going to talk about.
Whenever he comes on, he drives. He doesn't just come visit. I'm joking, Ellie. It's awesome. I love that dude.
We shared an airplane on Sunday. On Monday, I had a stop in Nashville, so we were on the same plane, and he was too stoned to really talk, and we were both tired. So it was because he was all talked out, and then I just sat there and dominated the conversation for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's cool.
As I do. Cool.
Awesome.
You can talk.
I just knew that even if we had stayed on topic, I knew we would have a fun time talking about it. You and I. I remember that when you came on my channel, we laughed our ass off and had a blast. So
oh my god, we did. So and that's what I appreciate about my wonderful community, because everybody's super supportive and kind, and we'll make each other laugh. So
hey, okay. I'm gonna be doing open panels, just talking about whatever all the time. Feel free to drop in anytime you want.
Okay, make sure you send me a link.
Yeah.
Send me your Discord link, because I like y'all. I get distracted. If I am on your Discord and I'm just promoting stuff, that's what I do. Just like, come watch my shit. But I'll come watch your shit.
Well, you know, I just think that you would have fun doing it.
I would have a lot of fun.
Yeah. And because it's not, I mean, sometimes we do have things where we're talking about some religious whatever nonsense, you know, but it's not usually that. Usually we're talking about some other completely off the wall thing. Like, so it's a lot of fun.
That's why I do this platform. If you want to talk about Christian fundamentalists, and fine. If you want to just shoot the shit for an hour and a half, we're going to shoot the shit for an hour and a half. I don't care. You know, I only ask that don't talk about things I don't know about, because if you start talking about sports, you're going to lose me. I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that thing. I know nothing.
I played football intensely for about 8 years, but but I don't even watch sports or keep up with any sports or know anything about.
My brothers are. It's going to football season, and the preseason is going on. So when I was up last week to visit family, they were all excited, but they only watched the first half of the first preseason game, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing. Anyway, it is almost 8:30, which means that I have to go watch The Princess Bride with my husband and my child, because I promised, because we haven't watched it in a while. So I'm going to go do that. Tell people, Yes, like we haven't watched in a while. So okay, so tell the peoples where to find you and anything special you got coming up.
Okay. Yeah, you can check me out over on the Kentucky Atheist channel. I do a couple shows a week where we talk about various things, whether it be religion itself or things just concerning the atheist community, which I'll put in air quotes because I know that that's problematic label for some people. But the we just hang out and have a good time. Like you had said, it's kind of about more than just like arguing about religion or whatever. Like we hang out and talk with each other about things that we actually live and do, and some of the implications that religion has on that. So it's a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, the Kentucky Atheists. Check it out.
yeah. So there's a link in the doobly doo. So go like and subscribe, but also put your other socials links in there. So go follow Joe. Next week, who do I have on? Let me pull up my calendar because that's the only way I know, guys. So next week, Skeptic Monkey is going to be Skeptical Scott's going to be on. So he's going to be on that week. And Joe Peraldo, I'm probably pronouncing that horribly, so don't judge me. Oh, and this coming Saturday, Bree's going to be on Life from the Hive. So we're gonna, she's going to be on Saturday. So that's what I got coming up.
Awesome. Hi, Robin.
What meme are you going to talk about? Have no fucking clue. It might just be a stream. So
yeah, thanks everybody for coming and watching. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, ring a bell. If you would like to be on the show, please email me here. Or if you know someone that would be good for the show, contact me here. Other than that, I will see you all on Saturdays. So good night. Everybody be kind, give someone a compliment, stay skeptical, and I'll see you all on Saturday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye.